beautiful people. It is our time together. It's our heart workout, our weekly heart workout. We've had a beautiful practice last month. It's interesting. We went from reinventing ourselves to simplifying our life. Simplifying our life is one thing, but if we keep hanging on to what the ego wants, which is this thing, we create lots of suffering. It creates lots of challenge. So I want you to just relax and breathe. And it's really a time when we're coming back into our senses, coming back into who we are in our cells, in our body, in our heart. And it's not so much living out of this thing here. This is the suffering zone. This is what creates the suffering. We're struggling, we're worrying, we're always constantly analyzing and criticizing, judging, and it's not helping. It's actually creating a lot of stress. So I want to invite you to replug to love. For those of you who have been following the practices, it's all about love. And it's no longer the time where we talk about it, it's where we must live it. So tonight we're going to introduce the new practice. But before we do that, I want to mention, a lot of people have asked why they don't see me that much on Facebook anymore. You guys, it's just not aligned with my values, what's going on in the world and with, the different platforms out there. So I'm not in a judging mode. I'm just making the choice to move into something more sacred, more aligned with love, with who I am and what I am here with the many conscious game changers to do. And it requires a sacred place, a refuge, a place where we go to nurture our soul, to nourish our heart, and not seeing all of the toxic things and the critiques and the negativity and the spamming. And so I'm done with that. So we have a beautiful platform where I'm now transitioning all of the videos, all of the love practices will be there. And it's called the Game Changer Hub. So you're invited. It's part of the Love Army. And it's really beautiful because it's only heart-like people. So we want to have and gather with people who are supportive, who are positive, and who want to make a change, a shift in this world. And it's not so much about changing the world, right? Because who would like to have that mission to change the world? I sure would not want to have it. But it's about transforming the world. And it starts by transforming who we are. So the practice this month, for the month of love, February, woohoo, right? It's so beautiful. I want to invite you, first of all, just breathe, just take a deep breath, be present, be relaxed. It's your 10-minute weekly workout, the workout of your heart. So it's really that simple to just reconnect and be really centered. Open your heart to whatever will come for you. And then you just take whatever you need to take and whatever speaks to you to concretely practice it in your life. So this is important. It's not just a theory, right? Otherwise we'll stay here again. So I want to talk about the challenges we have. And there's lots of things going on in relationships. It's lots of things going on in businesses. Now everything is going down. And a lot of struggles, a lot of suffering. So I want to invite you to just embrace what is. And that's the practice for this month. Embrace what is. So I'm going to give some examples in different areas of life. I'm going to take with the relationship one because it's all about love in February, right? So it's nearly Saint Valentine. And I want to just give an example. Imagine you're meeting a new partner, or you are in a relationship for a long time, but you're unhappy. Or maybe you're single and you have this yearning to meet your partner. So whatever is the situation, embrace what is. That's the first step. So if you're single, embrace what is and start really connecting with who you are and loving that part of you, that part of the suffering, that part that is yearning to meet that partner. Love that part of you. And then if you are in a relationship and you're unhappy, it's about embracing what is as well. And just recognizing I'm not happy. I'm not in a place where I want to be. Maybe there is no communication. Maybe there's always conflicts. Maybe there's no sex. Maybe there is just this absolute separation that is happening within your home. And that is one aspect. So embrace what is about not wanting to fix it from here, but it's about learning to behave differently. Otherwise we create the same results over and over again, right? And the last example is if you are meeting somebody new, and it is so typical nowadays where, we live in a world where everything is like, I don't like it, so I throw it away. Or it's too old, I throw it away. So that would be in a long-term relationship if you've been there. So whatever you're living, I want to say that, the person is triggering things. So the moment we're in a relationship is when we can grow the most, because the other is bringing stuff in us. And I have personally gone through that lately, and I had to embrace what was coming through, and really about embracing the healing that needed to happen. So it allowed me to go deeper, and, it brought to the surface some stuff that I didn't want to see. It was about pushing it away and, that's not me. It was so ugly and so stinky, I just didn't want to see it. But the moment we embrace it, the moment we actually open, the box, and it stinks, we don't want to see it, we don't want to smell it, but it's there. And so the moment we learn to actually transcend that, we can almost transform it into fertilizer. So if you are now growing this beautiful garden of love, not only you're removing the weeds, and, if you just cut it on the surface, that's just saying, yeah, I've healed it, I've done some therapy, whatever, right? You're just cutting on the surface. Then the roots are still there. At some point, it's there again, right? And that's pretty much what happened to me. It's something I thought I had dealt with. And being a coach for 17 years, doing this every day with so many people around the world. And that's just to show you my vulnerability, that I am human and I'm like you. And the good news is, as long as you can learn things, as long as you can, open your heart to dive into who you are and grow, there's always something that shows up. There's always something at one moment that person comes, and it can be a client. I'm talking about a relationship, but it's romance or business. It's a friendship. It's a brother and sister thing, right? So it's really intense. And actually the family dynamics are really there to help us grow. I've had my challenges there, and I just love what is, because I've learned the art of embracing what is, not wanting to change it from here, but learning to transform my heart in relationship to what's going on. So if you have challenges right now with clients, with business partners, with a new lover coming into your life or whatever, the art of loving is really about opening your heart to what is. And it's about not judging, not wanting to fix it, but go within and learn to evolve and blow this with love. With love. The more you actually, the more you're trying to fix, the more you're trying to analyze, to judge, you're lost. And that's going to be the suffering. So how to prevent or to stop the suffering is to replug to love. And that's about reconnecting with the heart. And so I'm giving you an example. One of my clients had just met this beautiful man, and she was all into it. And all of a sudden, shit hit the fan. And that happens, right? So the first reaction is like, that's it, I'm done. And that's not love, you guys, right? That's not love. And again, it's the same thing in business. If someone comes, learn to know that person. What do they need? Where are they at? In this world nowadays, we're so quick to judge and so quick to make a decision. That's not going my way, so I'm cutting it off. No, let's learn to grow. And that is the new dimension business, the new dimension relationships, and the new dimension success for sure. So this is also the new dimension platform that I was telling you about, that, if you want to join the game changer, it's really about people that understand this dynamic that I'm talking about. And so we help each other, we're challenging each other, we're inviting each other to go to the next level in love. So the practice for this week is really to look at what do you need to stop doing? What kind of reaction, what is your pattern that you are going over and over, and you keep doing the same thing over and over again? And as Einstein is saying, right, if you don't change what you're doing, you cannot expect a new results. That's insanity. So I want to invite you to embrace, and instead of rejecting this new partner that comes and challenge you, greet him or her and learn to invite that person in your dance of love, and learn to dance with his rhythm, with his music, not just wanting to control. No, that's my way. That's my music. That's what I like to dance. No, I'm just comparing this as a dance on the dance floor, because that's what we do. We dance with each other, any relationships. So learn to dance with that partner versus saying, no, I don't like your music. I don't like your step. I don't like how you move, right? Learn to dance with him or her and invite them in your new move. Invite them in your new music. So again, in business, if you can also transfer that for how you build your business, stop judging what's going on. And if you need to change partner, greet them with love. And again, romance or business, you stop a relationship, greet them with love. Enjoy and honor that person for what they brought into your life. And I'm going to finish with this. If you understand that the moment you stop a relationship, again, romance or business, or friendship for that matter, any relationship, the moment you end that relationship and you haven't dealt with your stuff, you're just in for a great treat. The next person is going to bring you the exact same challenge in a different form, right? But it's the same wound that needs to be triggered. That's the same wound that needs to be healed and transcended so that you can be free. And that's that place of love I'm talking about. From that place, you now build or grow your business in an entire new dimension. It's like you are on steroids, right? It's like you emanate love, you emanate that vibration, and people come to you naturally, and then money comes to you naturally. And so today I was doing a great interview about, the title was Power, Money, and Sex. As soon as I have the recording, I'll share it with you, absolutely. But on the new platform, so you got to come to the Game Changer platform. That's where I'm going to be sharing now. I'm still going to do the live here on Facebook every Monday. But other than that, communications, you want to deal with me, you want to ask questions, have the communications on that platform. That's where it's sacred, and I love it, and that's the purpose of it. So I will invite you to the Game Changer platform, and I'll make sure that I post the link here underneath the video. And I invite you to play full on with this. So look at this week, look at where you're suffering, and then commit to embrace it. Open your heart, breathe through it. And if you don't know what to do from there, reach out to me. You know how to reach out. So please do yourself a favor. Don't stay there hanging, suffering for nothing. If you are hurting in your heart physically, you go see a doctor. So if you are hurting in your heart on an emotional, spiritual level, reach out to the love doctor. And we do have a lot of people in our team that have been trained in that dimension, and they can help you being in finances, being in nutrition. You want to reignite a relationship, you want to grow your finances. They're all teaching the principles, but with this dimension of being that love first. It's who we are being. All right, so have a beautiful week. Enjoy, play. I mean, life is so short, right? So we don't have time to spoil it. We don't have time for all of these conflicts. We don't have time for all of this struggle. Like, come on, guys, right? Let's wake up. So back in love. I love you, and I see you next week. Bye.